We all say that we want a best selling book. But here's the truth: what you really want as an author isn't the title of a best selling author, it's what that title does for you. So, in this episode today, I'm going to share the shift that can help you get from what you actually want from your book, whether that's more clients, paid speaking, or credibility in your field. Well, let's look at this differently and reframe the bestseller obsession and talk about what truly will move the needle for you as the author and in your business. This is Your Path to Publish. I'm your host, Zach Christensen. For the past decade, our team has guided authors just like you to find the best path to publish your book, get people excited to buy it even before it launches, and to turn it into the ultimate business card to build your business and your legacy. If you are ready to get your book out of your head and into people's hands, you're in the right place. Let's dive in. So let's be honest, and I completely get this. Bestseller status sounds amazing. It's shiny. It feels like the ultimate validation. And you know what? As I've been working on my book, I want that as well. I want to hit that milestone. But it's not quite as glamorous as you might expect. You might imagine that a best-selling book equals instant income, or that a bestseller equals media attention, a big audience, and tons of speaking gigs just really coming through. But let's take a step back and really look at the reality of a bestseller and what it means. I've seen authors hit the list and feel stuck. There's no surge in revenue, no line of people wanting to hire them. The badge was nice. That milestone was nice, and it's something that is worth celebrating. But remember, what you really want is what's behind the bestseller. And one way to start reframing this is to remember that a bestseller status is a milestone. It's not a mission. And if you don't have a bigger strategy behind it, it loses the impact quickly. So for you as a nonfiction author, you are really after something different, something that you are perceiving that a best-selling book is going to bring you. One author that I've worked with for a long time was obsessed with making the Wall Street Journalist, so much so that they spent in the high five figures to get on that list. And you know what? They got it. They were able to get enough books sold and they achieved that milestone. And now they can always say they're a best-selling author. But what happened after that wasn't what they expected. There wasn't the speaking gigs that rolled in. There wasn't the book sales that followed after the big push. They are achieving success, but not at the scale that they thought the bestseller status would bring them. Now, we did celebrate. They made it. They were able to achieve it. But truly, we're looking at what was it that they were truly after for getting on the bestseller list. One thing that I've learned from this and from working with other authors on achieving bestseller lists is that we need to look at what you're truly after as an author. For many authors, that's credibility. You want to walk into a room, real or virtual, and be recognized as someone who knows their stuff, as the expert in your field. You want opportunities. You want paid speaking gigs. You want to be able to book clients at a higher rate, provide more value without having to spend more time expanding on what you're currently doing. And even if you don't articulate it this way, you want leverage. You want your book to work for you long after the launch, driving sales and growth for your business and building your brand. And some authors also crave that industry recognition. They want to get awards, endorsements, and have that social proof to help their buyers make quicker decisions and close deals faster. Now, all of those goals are worthy goals and worthy outcomes, but we often focus on the wrong thing with the bestseller status. And for many, there's a deep emotional payoff, that feeling of validation of, I did it. And those are real, but they really fade fast if there's no substance underneath. Let's shift the goalpost from chasing a title to building momentum. If you're only aiming for bestseller status, you risk pouring your energy into something that looks good but doesn't work hard for you afterwards. So here's a better path of how you can look at it. First, align your book with your bigger business goals. Ask, what do I want this book to do for me? It's there to serve you. Do you want it to attract leads, increase your speaking fees, position you as the go-to in your industry? From the start, you need to reverse engineer your content and structure to support that goal. So second, choose the right publishing path. Overall, there's traditional publishing, self-publishing, or hybrid publishing, and each comes with different trade-offs. If you want speed and control, self-publish might be your best route. If you want distribution and perceived prestige, aim for traditional, especially if you don't care about having a lower royalty. If you want guidance with flexibility, hybrid publishing might be the best fit for you. The key is to choose the path that best fits your purpose, not your ego. Number 3, use the book to invite people into your world. Your book should not necessarily be a microphone. It should be a welcome mat. It's the first step that many people will have to engage with you. So you want to further develop that relationship. So build in the next step and have a reason for readers to engage with you beyond the book. For example, you may direct them to a resource, a training, or a conversation with you that adds value to them and that they can understand what you're going to provide for them. And when your readers really understand the trust that you're building with them, they'll want to engage with you further. And it'll be a lot easier to be able to show how you will provide value. And they'll say, yes, I want to work with you. So think of your book as a doorway into your world, not a dead end. And number 4, plan for beyond the launch. Bestseller campaigns often create short spikes, and they can get a lot of books out there. But remember, you want sustainable growth that comes from ongoing visibility. And all that you're doing, getting that bestseller status, can help you get that social proof to get podcast interviews, niche media, relationship building with your audience, and help people see that you are an expert in your field. Success doesn't just happen at launch week. It happens when you create a long tail of value. And if you're ready to move beyond chasing a title and want to build a book that truly works for you, let's chat. I offer one-on-one strategy consultations to help authors figure out the best path to publish and market their book that leads to the results that are aligned with their goals. To set up a consultation, visit juxtabook.com. And then to sum up, the authors who succeed don't just write great books. They write books that do something, books that are aligned with their audience, their intention, and the strategic path that they want to follow. And the most powerful books are those that invite your audience in, that make them feel really like they belong to something bigger and that you're providing value for them and you're not just chasing their money. Next week, we're going to dive deeper into that. How to make your audience feel like insiders. We'll dive into the subtle, powerful ways to bring your readers behind the scenes so they don't just follow your work, they feel like they're a part of it. And who doesn't want to feel like they're a part of something bigger than themselves? So until then, remember, you don't want a best-selling book. You want what it brings you. Let's make sure you get it. Thank you for listening.